Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on this channel. Today I wanted to share a list of small, daily, very simple habits that I personally do every single day. Doesn't matter if it's during the week or on the weekend, that improve my everyday life by a lot. These are very small things that are quite easy to implement, but I feel that make a very big difference to the amount of energy that I have, the mood that I'm in, and just overall the quality of life that I have. So these are 10 things. I'm going to start in the morning and we're going to go step by step until the end of the day, so right before bedtime, right before I go to bed. So you have this whole list, you can follow along, but also I would love for everybody out there to maybe add some of their personal daily habits that improve your life. I would be really happy if you would comment those down below so we can get interaction and share ideas with each other. So let's start in the morning after I wake up. The first thing every day that I do after I wake up is drink a large glass of water. During nighttime you sweat a lot, even though you might not feel it, or you don't feel like sweaty like after workout, but you do lose a lot of water from your body through breathing and through sweat. So right first thing in the morning I drink a very large glass of water, and after that I do anything else, but that's always the first step that I do. Not coffee, but water is the first thing that I do in the morning. Sometime after that I'm going to make my bed. So that's point 2, making my bed every single day. It doesn't matter if it's during the week or on the weekends. I like to have a tidy and clean and organized bedroom that is there for relaxation and good sleep. I like the feeling of, if I go to bed, to have a nice, welcoming, well-made bed and not a sloppy mess in front of me. So that's something that I always do my bed every single morning. The next thing that I would do is prepare and eat fresh food 2 to 3 times a day. My wife and I, we share this task, let's say. It's like a 50-50 split between the two of us, and we both we cook fresh every single day. We try to use as high quality ingredients as we can afford. We try to go as organic as possible and eat food that hasn't been processed a lot by food companies, to have a more raw product at the end. We always cook fresh every single day. So that's habit number 3. Habit number 4 would be going outside daily, usually going for a walk at least once, sometimes twice a day. Going for a walk is super important for me. It clears my head. I like to move my body. I like to be in motion after maybe a day of sitting at the desk. There's nothing better than just going out and going for a walk and get your body moving, and you can feel usually that it loosens you up immediately, that you get less stressed, and it's just something that's very good for you. It's also good to be outside in nature. I go for a walk in the forest. That's always my go-to thing, and that's something that I do every single day, at least 20 minutes, but most of the times I would say 30 to maybe 60 minutes a day. That's my daily habit. The next thing on my list would be to spend time with my wife every single day, meaning not time together on the couch watching a TV show, everybody for their own, but actually having time to speak with each other, have a good conversation, and get to know each other even more. Have interesting topics to talk about, whatever. Of course, those daily walks that I just mentioned come in very handy for that. She usually comes with me. We go together on walks and we can have a great chat during that time. Also on the evening time usually is the time for like bonding and having good conversations and just spending quality time together without any let's say digital interactions. Of course we have times as well where we maybe watch some TV or maybe a movie, or we just are together in a room and everybody reads a book or something, but it's very important to have time together to interact and have quality time. Then something that I do every single day is to tidy up my living space in any way, shape or form. That can range from maybe just putting some stuff back in where they belong and having a tidier space like that, or maybe cleaning a couple windows during a small break, like 10 minutes. Just having those like extra 5 to 10 minutes every day to like move some stuff around, tidy things up, clean something. That's something that is a great way to always have a neat living space without it ever getting too crowded or disorganized or dirty. It's a daily habit, and usually that's more than enough to always have a very beautiful home to be at. So we start in the morning with making the bed, drinking a glass of water. Then we move to the day with spending time with my wife, going for a walk, tidying up living space and cooking fresh food. And now we go to the evening. In the evening I have a couple of things that I make sure that I do to have a very good evening routine. It helps me calm down in the evening and have a good night's sleep. That is something that is very, very important to me. So these are some measures that I take every single day that really help me have a good night's sleep and just have a good evening. So the first thing that I do for that is stop drinking caffeine at around 4 p.m. Usually I stop earlier because I don't drink that much caffeine during the day, but 4 p.m. would be like the cutoff time that I would stop drinking any type of caffeinated beverage, simply because it stays in your system for a longer time, and I don't want to have any caffeine in my system when I go to bed and go to sleep, because it affects my sleep. So around 4 p.m. is when I usually stop drinking caffeine. The next thing that I would do is to put the phone down about an hour before I go to bed, the phone or the laptop or whatever. So no digital devices 1 hour prior to going to bed. I also feel like that helps my mind calm down and relax very well. The next thing that I do before going to bed is I read a novel. I used to not be a very big fan of novels. I usually like to read books with where I could learn something from, but I figured out for myself that reading a novel right before going to bed is a very good way for me to relax, get in a very calm and relaxed state of mind. Personally, I like to read English books or books in English. The reason being, my mother tongue would be German, and reading German books also is a good thing, but if I read English books, I usually get tired a little bit quicker, a little bit faster, and just helps me go to sleep very easily. This has been something that has changed the way that I sleep massively. I didn't read novels before going to bed a couple of years ago, and I often struggled with falling asleep. And since I do this, it is always super easy, and I have no problems falling asleep. So that is something that has really helped me. And the final thing is going to bed at the same time every single day, more or less, of course. That also means the weekends. I'm not a big going out person or party person, so my body automatically knows at which time it can slow down and go into the relaxation mode and in the direction of sleeping. That is something that is super helpful for me, to have a consistent sleep schedule from time-wise, and not have one day like this, the other day completely different time, and always changing the time that I go to bed. This has helped me a lot. And of course this can have some exceptions. If there's a special occasion that would require me to stay awake for a little bit longer, that's absolutely no problem. I'm not fixated on this hour, but if I have the choice and it's not an issue, I will go to bed more or less at the same time. And now, to wrap this whole thing up, I have 2 more habits that I'm trying to implement at the moment, and then I'm trying out to see if they work for me or if they don't work for me. So the first thing would be ending showers in the morning with cold water, so taking cold showers in the morning for a couple of minutes. Personally, this is not something that I really enjoy doing while I do it, but afterwards I always feel very good, and I feel that my muscles, especially on the back, hurt a lot less from training when I take cold showers. So that's something that I'm trying to implement at the moment, or try out. Let's see if I am going to keep this up. And another thing is also a morning thing that I'm trying out, to drink my first cup of coffee after 60 to 90 minutes after waking up. But I heard from different sources, or read from different sources, that it's more beneficial to wait a little bit with the caffeine until like 1 hour, 90 minutes after waking up. And I'm going to check it out if that's something that is useful to me and if it makes a difference. So this was my list of daily habits, starting from the morning, going to the evening right before I go to sleep, that help me to have a lot of energy, to be in a very good mood pretty much all the time, to be honest, to have a very consistent energy level, and just feel very good every day. And if you have some suggestions that you would like to add, feel free to post those down below. I would love to have the interaction, have the feedback from you guys. If there's something that you already do from this list, or maybe something that you would like to try out, I would also love the feedback. So in this sense, thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Stay healthy. Bye.